Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for clicking on my video again. And today I just want to share something that I have learned about composition. You can use a lot of those composition rules to help make your panels or your paintings look more cohesive and more balanced. So today we're going to talk about the easiest one, and you see that everywhere in movies, in paintings, and in artworks, everywhere. It's called the rule of third. So this is a very rough sketch of the second Nemesis book. Is only a storyline, and the first one is already out. If you want to get it, contact me, DM me to get the digital version, or if you're in China, you can get the printed version as well. But that's beside the point. But I want to show you what I have learned and what I have applied when I was doing this using the rule of third. The rule of third is pretty simple because you can put several things on it. You're going to dissect your panel or your painting into three parts. One part here, 1, 2, 3, and then also 1, 2, 3. So by doing these simple lines, you got 4 focal points right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And also you have a very dead center. So I focused her fist on this point right here, and I'm just focusing all the most important information in the center, and just leaving the other parts. I might even, in the final result, I might even blur out these sides, so the focus is on the main character in the middle. So this is the first panel. Let's move on to the second one. So this one, I did exactly the same thing. I dissected this panel. So what I want to focus on is actually these two parts of her eyes. So I tried to line her eyes on these 4 central points. And then in the next panel, I also did exactly the same thing, no surprises there, but I focused the closer character to the camera on this line right here, and it has 2 focal points. And I moved the second character, I made it a little smaller and more of a bust right there. I focused her face on the first focal point and then her stomach on the second focal point. Down here, but I try to focus the main character who's actually doing the punching and the kicking on this focal point right here, and then her hand is on another focal point because I want people to pay attention to her motion, who's actually starting this action. So with this, even though it looks like a triangular composition, but it still kind of focuses or follows the rule of third, focusing the main information along these focal points that the lines have created. And here is a variation of the rule of third, but it still focuses this character who's being kicked. She is right here, and the main character who's doing the action, her main body is taking up these 2 focal points right here and actually giving emotion. Here, I did the first one, I'm not really using the rule of third, but this one I definitely did, and you can see I focused the main character in the center, where the 2 lines are creating the space, and she's taking up exactly the middle of the space, so she looks like she is facing a lot of danger, she's facing a lot of threat. And all the other characters are basically squeezed into the middle section of this 3-part panel. So they look like they are all trying to intimidate her. They're a little bit further away. There is definitely a sense of drama. A lot of great artists, great directors have used the rule of third a lot. This is from 300. The main characters right here, these are the people who are winning and pushing people on this side. And then on the left-hand side are the people who are defeated and falling off. But this is also using the rule of third to actually give it, and also using very good use of negatives and positive space to give a sense of drama and a sense of emphasis and a sense of focus. The rule of third can be seen right here. It's a little simpler, mainly focusing on the contrast of the big character right in the center and the many other characters in the background. They are taking up mostly the center of these 3 parts, right? Anyway, you can also use other shapes as an addition to the rule of third, like this shot from Birdman. So this is adding other shapes to the rule of third to make the composition even more attractive. This is also another example of a great rule of third. He put the sword exactly in the middle in these 3 sections, and these 3 characters right here at the bottom along the 3rd section of the 3 sections So it gives you a focus to the sword, and it also gives you an interesting background of the environment. Even though the main character is also taking up one half of this shot, but your focus is definitely on the sword, and also you can tell there's emotions and dramatic elements in there. So that's it today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.